First of all, thank you, Daily Sun. The budget we have read so far is not something so different than the other financial years. One fundamental defect that I recognized is at the major level that the interim administration did not seek any consultation from the political parties and the other stakeholders, given budget is something is presented in the parliament openly, publicly, and highly broadcasted to the nation. The sad issue is about there is no consultation at all and there is no public debate of that much. Not usually we see just prior to the budget happens. So this is something that I feel that should have been done, and still it's not too late, because there is a high likelihood after December onwards there will be an elected government in place. And they have to both materialize the budget for the remaining years and also be accountable to the people for the budget they haven't presented to the nation. So this is a dichotomy that has been made up by this interim administration, who should have been avoided in some way or other. So what I would like to see in the coming few days and weeks, that the finance advisor, NBA chairman, the governor of the Central Bank of Bangladesh collectively meet, along with the other relevant advisors of the administration, collectively meet the political parties, the leaders, and the stakeholders separately or together, kind of a semi-parliament, to consult about what has been proposed, if there is some measures to be avoided or taken out or to be decreased or increased, kind of things. This will give a confidence to the investors, to the taxpayers, and to the people that yes, this is a budget which has been approved by all of the people, which has been like the pro-democracy camp of the nation. So this is something I would seriously like to see it. Second is about the whole of the budget philosophy of the country. That needs to be addressed, because it's the most important event of the political calendar of a nation, budget, and how the money would be raised and how they would be spent. This requires a fundamental conversation, given largely the budget has been produced based on the debt and deficit. Issue is about whether a nation can afford for many years to come to accumulate that level of debt and deficit for the generation coming afterwards. Now, suddenly there are examples in even developed countries, there's a huge deficit-based budget. Issue is about whether we have the skilled manpower in place to use the money in the best possible way to offset the cost. Now, looking at the administration, the level of their skills, the manpower, the capacity is highly unlikely, can be best utilized in the interest of the people. So that is something like, for me, is unaddressed in the budget, that how best the money can be used. Third thing is about how far as a nation and country we can afford the loan. We have still the foreign and the local domestic loans together over $200 billion now. Now, how many more years we can just simply afford, just increase the loan and deficit? And given the creditors' record, we are still good. The current administration had paid up like $12.5 billion so far in last 10 months. It's a brilliant achievement in terms of the repairing the debt. The issue is about how far can we go. Look at the revenue collections. It's about $35-40 billion, the highest, 30,000 crore Dhaka. Now, is there solid propositions that how to widen our tax ratio, our tax amounts, taxpayers' numbers, and there is no genuine attempt, I can say it. There is a proposition made for the NBR to be reformed, that the center who collects the customs, the duty, the tax, the VAT, and so forth. And that reform hasn't been accepted by the officers' work within the NBR. Now, the critical question is, at the very critical time of the budget declaration, a proposition for reform has been proposed which hasn't been agreed upon by the people who are supposed to implement those. Now, was it the right time for the interim administration to propose the reform without having a wider consultation and without assuming that something of this kind might happen? Now, this is another problem and challenge for the finance advisor, that you're proposing a huge chunk of money, and the people who are going to about to collect those money are not agreeing upon your policies. So this is going to be like having a very challenging time ahead for the finance advisor and overall the administration for the next 6 months to year to manage the financial situation.
For more updates, follow us on Facebook, subscribe our YouTube channel, get the latest update on www.daily-sun.com.